tao ay may sari-sariling pinagkakaabalahan. Sa bawat lingon mo sa ating kapaligiran, ay makikita mo ang mga tao na may kani-kanilang pupuntahan at aasikasuhin. Depende yan sa kung ano ang mga responsibilidad nila sa kanilang antas sa buhay. Maging nanay, tatay, manggagawa o estudyante man. Sa katunayan, inilabas ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon na mahigit 27 milyon ang nagbalik eskwela ngayong taong panuruan 2019 hanggat 2020. At isa sa mga pinakamalalaking paaralan dito sa Albay ay ang Ago Medical and Educational Center, Bicol Christian College of Medicine o mas kilalang AMEC. Ang AMEC ay isa sa mga kilalang med school, hindi lang dito sa Bicol kundi sa buong bansa. Kapag nadaanan mo ang paaralan na to, halos parati kang may makikitang mga estudyanteng labas-pasok dito araw-araw. Oo, dahil pati linggo ay may mga pasok ang mga estudyante. Kaya't hindi nakapagtataka na napakarami na rin sa mga nakapagtapos dito ay nakapasa sa physician licensure exam. Kita rin na karamihan sa mga nakakadaan ng nakauniforme ay mga Indiano. Hindi na rin bago sa mga naninirahan dito na makakita ng mga Indianong nakaputing uniforme dahil alam agad nila na papunta ito sa AMEC. Kaya na may nabigyang interes naming mga mananaliksik ang mga dayuhang ito na dumayo pa mula sa kanilang bansa patungo sa Pilipinas para lamang makapag-aral ng medisina.
Nakapag-imbita kami ng 6 na Indianong estudyante mula sa AMEC para dumaan sa isang pakikinayam o interview. Dito, malalaman natin kung ano nga bang kanilang mga kadahilanan sa paglipat dito sa Pinas at kung ano-ano nga bang paghihirap ang kanilang nararanasan sa paglipat nila sa isang dayuhang bansa at kung paano nila ito araw-araw na nalalagpasan.
So hi, my name is Je. This is Janine, my classmate, and Carol, also my classmate. So so this is just like a part of our project. But we really enjoy like interviewing people, like different from our. What is your name?
My real name is Rage with an Indian name, but I prefer my nickname more here because it's easier to sound funny. My name is Kirtikant. People call me KK in class because they can't pronounce my name.
Nitya Chiril. So they call you that? You don't have like a nickname?
Yeah, you can call me Nitya, Chiril, whatever.
Is it
Any one of those.
My name is Khan Mohammad Shahbaz Ali.
But
I'm a mid first student.
do you have like a nickname?
I have a 2 to 3 nickname. Whichever you want to call, Khan, Ali or Muhammad.
Muhammad Shadab.
Do you have like nickname?
No.
So they call you that?
My name is Shudhanshu Srivastav. I'm northeast of India. I'm studying in AMEC-BCCM, medicine first year.
So do you have like nickname? Or
Ansh.
do people
Ansh.
say Ansh?
What are the factors that push the Indians to study in the Philippines, particularly in the Legazpi area?
Particularly in Legazpi, if you talk about, there is only one college, medical college, which is affiliated to the Indian Council of Medicine. So that's why in Legazpi particularly, it's Bicol Christian College of Medicine. When it comes to studying in Philippines, most of the Indian students, like in India, there's a high competition among the seats. There are just a limited number of seats in the medical colleges, but a lot of population of students wants to pursue the medicine. So the remaining ones who don't get a seat there, they go out of the country.
Yeah. So in terms of like the cost, is it really costly in your country? Is the price a factor? That's why you moved here in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons because since there's like a big population going for the same thing, so it's a less chance getting into the thing. So and plus for getting into Indian medical school, you need to pay a lot. Sometimes it can be around 10 millions just the entrance fee. So it can be really a big amount. So most of the students go out with student loans to study in other places.
So medicine is like one of the top course that the people really want to take.
Yeah, it's like in India, it's still a thing that any of the child should either go to engineering or should be a doctor.
So it's like a
like a
social
thinking,
dilemma, like.
The first main factor would be cost. It's more cheaper to study in AMEC compared to any
So
other
it's a
college.
lot more like expensive in your country.
Yes, very. And it's also harder to get admission in medical college because there are a limited number of admissions every year.
So basically dealing with the cost, it's quite cheaper compared to India. And time, it's much easier to study here rather than in India because of a lot of pressures. Basically they are more theoretical based, but in Philippines 50% is practical, 50% is theoretical.
My brother is already here, and I already tried to 4 times to entrance exam in India. That is because more difficult as compared to legacy because there are 1.2 million students. 1.2 million students are take the exam, but only 200 seats are there. So it is too different and too tough exam for that. And I came here because of my friend is here, my brother is here. That's why I'm here. And
What are the common struggles of the student as foreign student in AMEC?
When it comes to the college, it's fine because the medium of language is English, so there's not a lot of problem. When it comes to outside, we have to tackle with the language because most of the foreigners do not know Tagalog, so it's hard sometimes.
So did you study English in your country before you go? So you're comfortable with English?
No, there are no quite issues like that. We're pretty good because there are many foreign students studying in AMEC, so it's quite good. But sometimes, yeah, we feel little offended by words of the professors, certain professors. They just be rude to us. That's it.
But in here, like generally living here in Legazpi, do you have like any struggle, social, like, have you heard social?
Not really, no.
So most probably you're really you're good here.
Yeah. Yes.
Your other classmates have told us about the term that they used for you, racism and something. Have you heard that?
Yes.
So have you experienced that?
Yes, we did certain times. Certain times.
Okay. Have you heard like the social norm of the racism? Have you experienced that?
no, no.
So you haven't experienced any of the problems like calling names?
Basically we don't have any struggle because we are adaptable to the norms. Basically the most common problem is the schedule, which is not fixed, to be very honest.
Yeah.
And they just don't give us much more practical which are necessary in medicine field. So that's all.
Have you heard like the racism thing? Because one of your classmates has mentioned it to us. Have you heard of that? And what are your reactions upon hearing?
Basically people might be frustrated, maybe because they don't like others, but when it comes up to me, I'm quite comfortable. I just neglect the negative vibes. I just go through the positive vibes,
So
which are better for me.
So you just ignore?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are negative vibes that will not benefit me.
So that's your way of coping up with.
Absolutely. You can't hate others if they are hating you. You should respond to them, you should talk to them. You should just make them understand what's the culture things.
What are the ways of the Indian medicine students to cope up with the social standards in the Gaspra?
When it comes to the social standards, I guess India is a country of diverse cultures. It's one of the highest multi-diverse cultures in the world. So when it comes to coping up with the social environment outside of AMEC, I guess people learn a lot from their surroundings, so that's how they cope up with learning things they need to do here, not the things they do not need to do here. That's how I guess they do it.
So are there like negative comments that you heard about your country here when you moved here in the Philippines?
I literally do not know very deep about this thing, but there's a term which people here call, I specifically don't even know its meaning, but when suddenly somebody sees an Indian, I guess, I'm not sure, somebody from the South Asian subcontinent, they call it, maybe if I'm not wrong, Kumbaya. So
Yeah,
I don't even know the exact meaning, but I asked some of my friends, they said it's a term from Masbate, which literally means giant people.
So you heard people like calling you that.
Not directly me, but I've heard to others, somebody being noted by that word, so I've heard about that.
So as an Indian, what is like your reaction when you learn about people calling you like that term?
As an Indian, I would say Indians are very tolerant in nature. They are literally very tolerant, so they don't literally get into any sort of mess so easily. It's just like a fraction of people who might get into the mess. So we just ignore this thing, and being like a foreigner, it's better if you ignore it.
So, but it doesn't really affect you like personally and how you live here in the Philippines?
No, it just makes me feel bad, like people literally don't know what it is, but they just generalize.
So you're okay with this term, so just ignore it, and then you live like normal. So you're comfortable living here in this country. So far so good.
Yeah, actually people are very warm natured here. They are really good, hospitable. It's just a fraction of people who makes it feel bad here, but most of them are really good here.
Me personally, I didn't have much of a struggle because it's English. Everybody speaks English. I speak English, so
How
you can
about
just.
for the culture? Did you have a hard time coping up with the culture here?
Okay, culturally, I don't have much of an issue compared to others because there are a lot of students that I know are vegetarians or vegans, and they don't get vegan food here. So they had issues with that, and some people also faced some racism, some amount of racism.
So, where did you heard about that? Where did you hear that racism thing?
Mostly among old people.
They told you that there is some
No.
issues here.
No. We could see it.
So
Okay.
you experienced that.
Yeah, we did. I mean, sometimes you go to the shopping mall and you meet the cashier. Like one of my friends, he was literally trying to buy something, and then the cashier, as soon as he came, she like closed her nose and stuff. So that guy,
so
guy
that's-
felt like really hurt. And like, screw it, and threw it. He just threw whatever he bought.
So that's one of the big things that like is happening when there is
At the beginning, we were really bugged out by that at the beginning. Now we're like, we just ignore it. But in the beginning, it just kind of hurt.
But as time passes by, just ignore it. So you just so you're okay with everything here.
Not okay, but I mean, yeah, that part we just choose not to look at it. But the rest of it, it's good.
Yes, because here some people's like some religious people here also, our caste religion here, so they are good communicate. Sorry, say again.
Like, what are your, if you have like struggles, for example, one of your classmates mentions is schedule. You don't have like a fixed schedule when it comes to your school. Like, they won't mention if you have a class. You just, do you have that? How did you cope up with that? Like changing of schedules?
But we already prepared to update for any update, and just when I got message, then I moved.
So,
We prepared to go.
so you're
class.
upset.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for answering.
Thank you. Sa aming naging interview sa mga Indiano ay nalaman natin ang pinakamabigat na rason sa paglipat nila dito sa Pinas ay ang presyo ng pag-aaral ng medisina. Mas mura nga naman na lumipat ka sa ibang bansa para mag-aral, lalo na kung maganda naman ang eskwela ang iyong papapasukan. Tila kilala talaga tayong mga Pinoy sa ating mainit na pagtanggap sa mga bisita at higit nila itong naramdaman. At dahil nga sanay din sila sa pabago-bagong kultura, hindi sila nahirapan sa panibagong buhay nila dito sa Pinas. Ngunit, Hindi naman maiiwasan na meron talagang iilan na hindi maisalugar ang pagdidiskrimina nila sa mga dayuhang ito. Bagamat alam ng mga Indiano ang nangyaring pagdidiskrimina sa kanila, mas minabuti nilang hayaan na lang ito. Dahil sa ganitong pamamaraan ay mas mapapadali ang kanilang buhay. Maraming salamat po at laging tatandaan na tangi sa pananaliksik, makakapag-ingay ang pagkamuusisang pilit na nananahimik.